My 24th boyfriend, 29 of 1.5 years, is stealing my opinions and skills to look cool. I know this sounds dramatic, but hear me out. I'm trying to keep it from getting too long. So I put two main instances as examples, ... too long, don't read. I don't think I would have really noticed it if we weren't both working from home and living together, but my boyfriend constantly copies things that I say and do and repeats them to friends and coworkers as if they're his own original idea. And it's not just that he repeats them, but 99% of the time he does it with things that when I say them, he argues with me about. Example 1. We watched a television show on Netflix a couple months ago. I brought up that while I liked it, it had some pretty problematic stuff regarding the way it treated women. And look, woman, in particular, I'm bisexual. He really argued with me and wrote off the things I brought up, making excuses regarding how Hollywood is, and saying I was being too sensitive / overly critical. There, I heard him in our living room talking to his friends on Skype about it. He brought up my exact points, using my exact wording, as if it was his own idea. I enjoyed it, but I tried to be sensitive about this issue. And this was something I noticed. That type of thing. They praised him for his progressive thinking, and it rubbed me the wrong way. But I tried to forget about it. This sort of thing has happened over and over, ... like multiple times a week. Sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's a book I'm reading, sometimes it's life advice regarding work ... I started noticing it. And now I don't think we've had a similar argument without him later repeating what I say to other people like it's his idea. Sometimes it has to do with things I know a lot about. For instance, very specific skills that I have but he doesn't. He will talk to people as if he's those skills and has done those things, when he's talking about things he's seen me do. Example 2, the last straw came when I made him a special dish that I love, and the recipe is one I developed over years. It's very time-consuming, but he loved it. He asked me to make more, and I did because I was pleased he loved it. I spent a whole afternoon doing it, and I made extra so that he could take some with him to a work meeting to share. He told me he would brag about what a talented girlfriend he had, and it made me feel really happy. The day after, I heard him in a Zoom meeting with his coworkers, and they were all talking about how good this dish was, and they kept talking about how surprised they were he was such a good cook, and how he'll have to cook more for them. He was acting very humble, saying thank you and even mentioning ways he perfected the recipe ... and the only mention of other help was he offhandedly said that a friend had helped him with some of the prep work. Later, I told him that I overheard him and what he had said. At first, he got really defensive. He told me that he was caught off guard, and that afterwards he came clean to them, although I didn't hear that part. I told him it made me feel bad, like I was unappreciated, and it took away things that I love and am proud of about myself. Then he got upset and said that he just hates feeling like a failure, or like he can't do something, and he felt like a terrible person for hurting me. He apologized, but I felt like the conversation had kind of turned into one about him and his vulnerabilities, and no longer about how it has hurt me. Now, I've heard him do similar things multiple times again. I feel like it's ridiculous to bring it up again, because it will start a fight that won't mean anything. But it's making me crazy. Am I being too sensitive? Should I just let it go? Or is it worth bringing it up again? And if so, how? This is shit annoying, little brothers do, and he's 5 years older. This is terribly unattractive and demonstrates some really stunted maturity. Be careful trying to make a future with this guy. Right now, it seems like you're just the overly talented secretary. He sounds like a pathological liar. Ross, he probably lied to you about clearing up his lie carried with his coworkers over your cooking. So he's not just lying to other people. He's lying to you too. You're not being too sensitive at all. And even if you're too sensitive, you've told him that you're sensitive about him taking credit for your well-thought-out ideas and hard work. And his response is to continue exploiting that sensitivity and making you feel bad, knowing full well that you are particularly bothered and hurt. A good partner doesn't do that. even if the other partner is too sensitive. And, at risk of repeating myself, this sensitivity you have involves him lying to and manipulating others. That's not cool at all. This isn't like you wish he would load the dishwasher differently, you're wishing he didn't break other people's plates so much. He hurts other people, and he achieves that by exploiting you. This is just a shitty person all around. It's pathological. He never came clean to his colleagues. Not stop. His self-esteem is crap. So he lied, and then throws himself a pity party when caught. Not a good look.